What was the dumbest rule your school enforced? School added thumbprint scanners at gates of school which counted as registration. Needless to say, I would just walk to school, scan my thumb and walk back home with them none the wiser. Was a great few months until they noticed. Months? In my freshman year of high school we had a terrible vandalism problem. The bathrooms would be broken in various ways almost constantly. In a stroke of pure genius, the staff decided that any bathroom that was vandalized would be closed for the week on first offense, the quarter for second, and permanently on the third offense. They took back the rule after closing every bathroom on day one. Holy shit, recently at my high school someone stole a fucking urinal. I have no clue how someone manages to do that. Being dumb about bathrooms seems to be a recurring theme in this thread. How on earth does stopping kids from being able to take a shit, which I'm at least 85% sure is a basic human right, stop vandalism? No jackets. They think we may hide things like phones or bombs there. I hope you grew up in Hawaii. Thanks for the upvotes and awards. Unknown humans. No backpacks to class, but purses were allowed. Girls started carrying around purses big enough to be considered a backpack. Guys got pissed, started carrying purses too. I'd wear my backpack on my front and call it a front pack. Lamau. Also, I just bring my books in a microwave. A girl and a boy couldn't sit together. The school employed disciplinarians to roam around the school and monitor this activity. If found, you will get a reprimand. If found repeating the offense, you get sent to the principal office, and if continuing, then eventually escalated to the parents, etc. Lol, my parents would have just laughed if my school called to tell them I sat next to a girl. Took all the doors off the men's room bathroom stalls because of vandalism for 2 months. Same at my school, but for all 4 years. We had no TP or mirrors either. Effectively turned every public bathroom into a private bathroom, I guess. You couldn't wear any kind of head items that were gang colors, red or blue. This included hair bands, scrunchies, beads in your hair, ribbons, anything. I got in trouble for wearing a blue hairband with white polka dots. Don't joke about the polka dot cartel. All the kids, 6th or 7th grade, started putting pink laces in their shoes. Don't know why, but the school officials banned colored laces, saying pink is a gang color. Might have been for breast cancer awareness. It's Britney, bitch shanks another student. Prom was a mandatory lockdown for the night in order to avoid students going to parties after prom. Prom was held at various house parties across town instead. I hate it when schools shove their noses into everyone else's business. We had overnight dry grad. It wasn't a dance but more like a game night. There were bounce houses / obstacle courses and other games and stuff, plus food, obviously. By about 4 to 5 AM I was pretty tired and actually asked if I could go home. No go. They wouldn't let anyone out unless their parent came and got them, or it was an emergency. It was stupid as hell since we were 17-18 and had driven ourselves to the school, and all it did was make us drive home overtired at 7 AM. I'm surprised everyone made it home alright, since we were basically sleeping against walls and each other by that point. Edit, Canada. As far as I know there is no curfew for minors here. But yes, the reasoning the teachers gave me for not letting us go was a liability issue and they had to wait till sunrise to let us leave. Edit 2, there is a curfew for minors between 12 to 6 AM, but I don't think they really enforce it unless they catch you doing something stupid. Edit 3, lots of people mention calling the cops. Our school's assigned officer was there for safety reasons / first responder in case there was an accident / emergency. Very few people actually asked to leave early, and we knew it would be a liability / safety issue. Everyone's parents signed the permission slips, or the student would sign if they were 18. It was an opt-in event, so you didn't have to go, but if you did you knew you'd be there till sunrise. Americans have some serious issues with authority. You got in trouble if you wore just a Hanes white t-shirt after school because you were in your underwear. Might as well just wear your literal underwear to make a statement. In 6th grade they switched out all student chairs for large rubber stability balls. There was a strict no bouncing rule. It was a disaster. Edit, this was in Arizona in the late 90s for those asking. The idea was to promote better posture. This wouldn't work with any age group, let alone 6th graders. How does anyone that works with children think that was a good idea? My high school mascot was Daniel Boone holding a musket. A kid wore a Guns N' Roses shirt to school and was told he had to change shirts because of the pistols on the shirt. He pointed out the hypocrisy of the school mascot and they changed everything. The mascot was switched to holding a flagpole instead. Every instance of the mascot was changed from the multiple signs outside and around the school to the giant picture in the middle of our basketball stadium. Holden, you're a fucking legend for this. Hey, at least this shows a consistent internal logic, and lack of hypocrisy on the part of school admin, although definitely a lack of self-awareness too. I mean, at least they fixed their hypocrisy when it was pointed out to them. The $200 blazer was compulsory and we got detention every single day until we got it. We have 3 uniforms at our school, summer, winter, and PE, and altogether they probably cost around $600 odd. It's insane. If you were involved in a fight, you got suspended. While it sounds reasonable, context didn't matter. I got suspended once not for throwing a single punch, kick, whatever. I got suspended because someone knocked the books out of my hand and when I reached down to grab them they punched me in the face. I got suspended for walking down the hallway and unprovoked getting punched in the face. Fuck Brandon Valley Middle School. My buddy got suspended for something similar. His Marine Corps MP mother told him in no uncertain terms that if anyone tried that shit again, earn that suspension. Fucking surprise surprise, the dude tried that again and he went ham on that kid. Busted nose, torn ear, black and blue for weeks. The fallout was exactly the same as not fighting back at all, except my buddy got a pat on the back from his mom and a new video game. Tell you what, no one tried that with him again. If it wasn't zero tolerance then it wouldn't be a problem. Someone gives you some physical trouble and they get punished, easy peasy. They've got cameras everywhere, surely it would be pretty easy to see. We couldn't wear winter clothing, jackets, hats, gloves, in class because they were gang symbols. This was a small farm town in Wisconsin. Besides obviously having no gangs, it was fucking cold, even indoors, in the winter. But clearly wearing warm clothing is something only gangs do. Also small town Wisconsin, we weren't able to wear jackets or anything like that in class either for literally the same reason. One kid came into class wearing snow boots and the teacher told him to put them back in his locker. So he came back with his farm boots that smelled like straight manure. You knew where he was for the rest of the day. Mitten Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. My school banned backpacks at one point. To protest, boys just didn't bring anything with them to class and girl brought really big purses. One of the funnier things that happened because of it was an interaction between my friend and a teacher. Teacher, where's you book? Friend, in my backpack. Teacher, and where is that? Friend, at home. Shoes are to be worn as the manufacturer intended. I have no clue who was wearing their shoes incorrectly, or how, but this line, verbatim, was repeated to us over the morning announcements when there were perceived infractions at various points throughout the year. Maybe people were drawing on their shoes. Can't wear too many matching shirts because you could be a gang. This was in regards to a kid with cancer wanting to make a bunch of shirts. My high school was in buttfuck Nebraska. American schools seem to be obsessed with the idea of gangs. We had to wear belts. Someone snitched that people weren't wearing belts under their sweaters, and they actually checked and a bunch of people got detentions. Stupid. We had belt raids at my school where the dean would burst into classes, completely interrupting any education, to check that everyone was wearing a belt. They banned the word snap, since everyone used it instead of shit. So we all just started saying shit. The snap ban lasted about 3 days. Oh shit, my pencil snapped. I mean shat. Oh snap. We were all given these ugly planners at the beginning of the school year, with a few pages at the back filled with hall passes. If you didn't have your planner, or if all your boxes were filled, you weren't allowed to go to the bathroom. And no, you couldn't buy a new planner, or borrow one from your friend. The only excuse you had was if you had a doctor's note, but no doctor is going to give a note for an upset stomach caused by the school lunch. Oh wow, I totally forgot about this until you said this. We had those too. Some teachers gave extra credit to kids who never used any of their hall passes. I went to a school that had block scheduling, so our classes were 2 hours long, pretty messed up that we were incentivized to never use the bathroom, now that I think back on that. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.